So I took Spanish in high school and I graduated, and I was really excited as I was preparing for my first year of college to find out that I could get retro credits for the Spanish knowledge that I had built up in high school. So I arrive on campus, ready to become a freshman in college, and I take a placement test to get into a Spanish class. And they want to know which semester they're going to place me in. So they bring us in this room and set us down with a piece of paper and a pencil, and they say, write a couple paragraphs about your summer. So I think, okay, this is going to stretch me a little. I had Spanish in high school, but when I was a freshman and sophomore, so it had been a little while since I had taken it. And I thought, am I really going to remember? How's this going to go? So I picked up the pencil and just went at it. And it turned out that I remembered more than I thought I was going to, and I could actually express myself fairly well. I was pretty excited. And the results came back, and they placed me in third semester of Spanish. So excited. 2 free classes worth of retro credits. I was pumped. So I show up for Spanish the first day, very excited. And the professor walks in, and she's teaching in English, also very excited. Because you see, my high school Spanish focused mostly on the written word, memorizing vocabulary, understanding verb paradigms, those kinds of things. So I could understand her, and that was a bonus. So that first day, she spoke a couple words in Spanish, did a little bit of vocab or something, but I understood it. I come back the next day, and I'm ready to take notes, and the professor walks in, and for the entire class, she speaks nothing but Spanish. And I went, wow, okay. The wheels start turning. Maybe this is just them trying to immerse us in the language, right? They're gonna just get us used to it, kind of sink or swim, drop us kind of into the middle of it, and we're gonna have to figure it out. So I put my nervousness aside and I say, all right, we're gonna do this. So I start trying to take notes, and I'm not understanding anything she's saying at all. But I'm taking notes, trying, and I go home that night, I try to do the exercises, and I'm plowing my way through them, and I think it'll be better tomorrow. And I come back to class tomorrow, nothing but Spanish. And so I take a look around the classroom, expecting to see all the students as lost as me. And that's what's going to let me know that I'm okay. But when I looked around, I saw all my fellow students dutifully taking notes, writing as she's talking. I mean, it dawned on me, they understand what she's saying. I'm in the wrong place. And so I dropped the class. I wound up taking Spanish later, a different semester's level of Spanish later. But where I think the process ran into a hurdle was at the placement test level. Had my professor, in order to place me, had my professor sat down with me and had a conversation, she would have recognized immediately that I had not developed the ability to speak it and have it flow well, and I also had not developed the ability to hear it well. When another person was speaking, I couldn't pick up the breaks in the words, and I couldn't recognize the vocabulary fast enough. I just hadn't learned to process Spanish that way. I learned to write it and read it, but not speak it and hear it. The assessment that they used, because it was written, but they were going to be placing me in a class where it was spoken and heard, the placement test wasn't authentic. It wasn't testing my ability to use the knowledge that I had learned in a real life situation, in the way that knowledge would really have to be used ultimately and how I was going to use it. So had there been a conversation, the placement test would have been much more authentic, because the professor would have been able to assess the pieces of my Spanish knowledge that were really important for the task that I was about to do.